Hey, I thought I'd show the third-party controller I'm using for my Switch. Obviously, there's been a lot of conflicting and controversial opinions about the Pro controller because it's like $70 and apparently has a really garbage D-pad. So I went ahead and got this one. I found it off a Reset Era thread about people talking about actual functional D-pads for the Switch because obviously the Joy-Cons they have the co-op gimmick. You're supposed to be able to take them to friends' houses and stuff and play multiplayer games. But the problem is they have like so many 2D games on the Switch and they don't have a real D-pad. So I was looking for a solution that I could use both for playing console games like Fire Emblem Muso, which is the only game I have at the moment, and also the future like 2D games like Gunvolt. I will be getting a lot of ports on the Switch because it's a good console overall. So I went ahead and got this. Now, here is the controller itself. Now you can see the D-pad is actually pretty nice. I don't know if it actually has the Switch, like, 4 buttons under there, but it feels pretty good in your hands. It's very responsive. It's not like the best D-pad you're ever going to use, but it definitely does the job. Now the analog sticks are at the top. So if you're used to, a DualShock controller, it can take a little getting used to. I'm definitely used to that because you can see my DualShock 4 controller right here. So that's what I use for pretty much all the games you see on the channel. I use this unless I'm playing like an arcade game. Then occasionally I will use my arcade stick. Here's my arcade stick over here. But it works pretty well. It actually comes with a little adapter. So you can use this to plug it into the Switch directly when you're mobile, when you're using it in handheld mode. So say you're out somewhere and you have access to a table, you can plug in the little adapter that it comes with it, and you can use it to just play from the Switch tablet itself. But it comes with a regular USB cable if you're just using it from the dock. So it actually works really well. You saw me put up some Fire Emblem Muso footage. That was all done with this. That game in particular controls fine just on the Joy-Cons because it doesn't really have heavy use of the D-pad. But, if you want to play like fighting games and stuff, this is probably one of the better options. I hear that there is a adapter that you can get that allows you to just use like a PS4 or 360 controller. That's probably something that I'll look into in the future, but right now, since I only have one game and this works fine, this is more than good enough. I thought I'd show my Switch case. It's pretty nice. Let me go ahead and open it up. So it's got a spot for all your components. Like you can see, I have the little adapter in there for when I take this on the go. Like I have to do laundry in a few days, so I'm actually gonna take the little adapter with me and then put the controller and the case in my backpack. And the rest is pretty standard fare. It does have slots for games and it has a strap. So if you're playing a game that doesn't really require the triggers on the Joy-Cons, then you can actually play it through there just fine. Anyway, that's my Switch gear. If you want a link to all of this gear, you can find it in the description. I definitely recommend buying this controller. It cost me about $18. It's shipped with Prime as well. There's like barely any reviews for it. Obviously, third-party controllers have had such a negative reception for pretty much as long as I've been gaming, so like over 25 years. This is definitely probably the best, actually easily the best third-party controller I've ever used. So if you have a Switch and you don't want to drop $70 on a Pro controller that doesn't even have a good D-pad like Nintendo is supposedly known for, at least when I was a kid, then this is definitely the best alternative you can get. Obviously, if you lose a controller like this or it gets stolen or something, it's not anywhere near as bad. Like, you can replace this for the price of a large pizza, pretty much. So I definitely recommend it. I have put about maybe 15 hours or so into Fire Emblem, and it hasn't, like, worn out or anything. I didn't even really have to break it in. It came just kind of quote-unquote broken in from the go. So I definitely recommend it. If you want a good controller for a cheap price, then this is definitely the best bet. I have tried the handheld mode as well, and it works just fine. If you lose the adapter, you can easily get another one. Like I said, the whole package is under $20, so it's definitely the best option you can get. Anyway, I hope this helps new Switch owners. I think this is definitely one of the best choices I've made. I was going to do donations for a Pro controller, but I actually didn't end up having to do that since I was able to just afford this, and it works more than good enough for my needs. Thanks for watching.